Okay, if you're like me, then you're unafraid to admit that social distancing has actually been kind of recharging. I'm not kind of, it's been very recharging. I've listened to podcasts, I've finished books, I've gotten a lot done at work on my laptop, on my work in tech, and it's been pretty good. I'm not gonna hold you. And that's a good thing. I'm not ashamed to say that. It's been very recharging, and it's recharging for those who are introverted and who are a little bit, more like internal process type of people. But we also know that at the same time, it's really good to gather with people, right? That's a very obvious thing. It's good to be with people. We understand that it's good to connect with other humans and not just be by ourselves all the time at our work, in our community, and the other places we find ourselves. And we see the same tension as well in the New Testament with the Apostle Paul. So here's this guy, Paul, who wrote most of the New Testament, and we see him grapple with the same things. In 2 Timothy 1, verse 4, he says, he's writing a letter, right? And he says to Timothy, I long to see you so that I may be filled with joy. And here's this idea that Paul is writing, and when he's using the best means that he has possible, a letter, but not only a letter inspired by the Holy Spirit, God himself. And he's using the best means he has possible to communicate with Timothy while he's not with him, and instruct him and encourage him and exhort and encourage the church and the people that he's with. And in doing so, again, he's, socially distanced. He's being very productive and using the things that he has, but at the same time, while he's doubling down on using those really good means that he has to communicate with his people, he's also still showing commitment to longing, to wanting to be with him and be with the people that he loves physically, as soon as he's able to. And I think we're kind of in a very similar scenario, right? Like, we are all committing to trying to connect with people, even the introverts on FaceTime and on IG and these different mediums, because it's the best that we have right now, because it is good for us to stay socially distanced physically so that we can get past this time, while at the same time, I hope I can challenge the introverts like me as well to stay committed to gathering, like we know is a very, very important thing that we see in the scriptures, encouraging us to continue to gather together as people, right? Like, our worship gatherings on Sunday have not lost meaning now that we've all doubled down on the technology that we have to stay connected. We know that God still uses those things, and there is eternal and internal importance in gathering together with people, that we see throughout all of the scriptures as well. And there's really important things about our work as well when we come into the office. Like, I know it's gonna be a party when we get back to work at my office, for sure. And I'm just thinking about all the times that we can take for granted. And I know me personally, I take for granted like meeting with people, because I am a little bit more of an internal processor. I can get frustrated when my thoughts are interrupted, when I'm like really focused on something at work. Someone comes and asks me a question, I want to help them, but really deep down, I'm kind of like, man, I wish you didn't interrupt my thoughts. And these different moments we take for granted, right? Like, I wish I had somebody to come and interrupt me with a joke right now. Even though, again, my podcast has been great in the background while I work. At the same time, like, I've taken Sunday morning worship gatherings, and community group gatherings for granted. And man, I just can't wait to get back. Like, I'm worshiping hard. Next time Renaissance Church gets back together, I'm in there, definitely. We just wanted to send that out. I think it's really important that we continue to commit to using the things that we have right now to connect, while at the same time staying committed to gathering together again when it's safe to do so.